Okay, today we are going to build a Ridgeline snap cap. We're going to start cutting out material, and then we're going to weld the extrusion up. Parker's going to be in it. How do you feel about it?
I'm the best welder in York County.
Damn.
Yep.
Good morning, it's the next day. We're gonna get started welding this up and finishing it off. Didn't get a full day in on it yesterday. I had to take care of some other things. Probably had something to do with that. So yesterday we got most of the outside welded up except for up the back of these legs here. Let's see, top, bottom, all that. Same on the other side. So today, before I weld up the back of these legs, I'd like to weld the insides here. So down through here, stitch this up through here, up here and across. Yep. So today we'll get all that done and we'll cut out some stuff on the plasma table. And that'll be it. Here we go. It's a bit hot today, so I'm having to let this thing cool down a bunch. I had a casualty. I chipped my cup. I'm sad. It's been with me for like 2 or 3 years. So I guess we'll have to give it a hero's funeral. I got this old one too. It's a little bit bigger, but in the arms of an angel, fly away from here. Okay, so insides are welded up, stitched, whatever. Now this joint here is not welded yet. I'm going to add some bars in here to help support the window on the cap sheet. And I weld those last because if you end up welding them now, it kind of pulls this bar down and then it's really difficult to do stuff. And it's also not straight. I don't like that, so that's why we do that. Weld those last. So once I get the cap sheet cut out and those bars put in for the window, we'll weld up the back of these legs. These are some of my favorite welds to do. They're challenging and it's uphill. You'll see all that to the office. Okay, it's time to snag DXFs for this design. So our customer, she just approved of this. It's a cap with a liftable roof. Well, after much gnashing of teeth, I don't know why my computers aren't talking to each other. I just had to do it the old-fashioned way and put it on a USB. Shapes, other shapes. This is the one I really needed for right now though. I need that guy because I need to lay bars out. Alright, we have the cap sheet fit. I like to put this in place before I weld in the bars that go behind this sheet to help support the window when that comes back from final assembly. So this makes sure that we have a good sway either way that it needs to go. So we have to do a little bit of adjustment, but already did that, so now it's time to weld in the bars. I hope you saw in the time lapse. Put those bars in. Let's just frame around the window so we have something to rivet to when we put in this cap slider window. I tend to not weld this side because the cap sheet's going to go butt up right against that, and I really don't like grinding welds. And it really doesn't matter anyway because the cap sheet takes up that structure that it's going to need. Cool. I am just glistening. Oh yeah, and so the next thing we're gonna do is put the bed rail flanges on. Those get big fat 1/4-inch stainless rivets and also welded on it, so cool beans. Sitting here taking a little second to cool down, and I realized that I lied to you. We're not doing the bed rail flanges yet. We have to weld up the backs of this guy. That's what's next. Then it's flange time. Woo! right there. Don't move. Maybe right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that red box, that's our plasma table. Right now I'm setting 12 paths. These are our entries. I like them in the middle. And on the bottom. That's a tool path. Alright, we got the flanges in position. We like to offset them in about 1/8 of an inch. Cool thing about these flanges is that they cut straight on the plasma. They also help make sure that this bar is straight. So I'm going to go ahead and drill some holes in it and put some rivets in it, and then go around with the welder and attach it. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is for a Ridgeline. On the Ridgelines, we space this flange out about 3/16, 1/4 inch, something like that. Yeah, it's to help the bed rail seat. Bed rail sealing seals. Well, there you have it. Welding and fabrication of the base is complete. We got the flanges on the top with the rivets. Everything's welded up, top and bottom. Bars are in for the cab sheet, etc., etc. We got some stuff cut out on the plasma today, some doors and stuff. Something I forgot to mention was that Parker, I also forgot to film it, Parker got this lid ring cut out. So this is basically what our sheet metal will attach to when we construct the lid. But yeah, it's Friday. I'm ready to be done with this. I hope you enjoyed kind of hanging out and vlogging with me. The end.